The pairing of wine and cheese is a classic combination. But have you ever heard of a cheese made with wine?
It's a port wine cheese. So it's a cheddar cheese with port wine in it. So it gives it that real sweet flavor, but it still has a real smooth texture. And how often do you get to see a pink cheese that you can eat too?
This cheese, along with over 100 others, can be found at the Cheese House in New Wilmington, PA. Father and son, Jim and Dakota Marty, own the business. You have over 100 different types of cheese. Can you name them all?
I probably could if you have the time. A lot of domestic and quite a few imported cheeses.
My favorite cheese is it's a smoked applewood cheddar. So it's a sharp cheddar that runs through an applewood wood chipping smokehouse.
It's probably the best cheddar I've had. I usually just have it as a snack with crackers.
Swiss cheese. I'm a Swiss cheese fanatic.
Well, we've got blueberry cheese,
The Mediterranean Sunset.
pear and apple, lemon, which is really good, the cherry, and we have a whiskey cheddars.
The sticky toffee cheddar. It tastes like you're eating a piece of candy bar.
Extremely hot cheese, scorpion pepper, if you're into hot cheeses.
It's above jalapeno, above habanero, above ghost pepper. It just keeps getting hotter the more you eat it.
Of course, we have mild cheeses too.
Pretty much a cheese for everyone. Even those who say they don't like cheese, we always seem to find a way to find one that they like.
According to Statista.com, over 5.55 million metric tons of cheese was produced in the U.S. in 2017. That number is up from 5.51 million metric tons the year before.
We get them from mostly the United States, the majority of them. Most of them come out of Ohio, New York, or Wisconsin. But then right across the street from us, they make provolone and mozzarella, so we have those two locally here.
The Cheese House opened its doors back in 1974.
My dad owned a cheese plant next door, and I worked in a cheese plant for years. And when I got out of high school, I did not want to work for a living. I wanted to do something else, and I got into retail, and I started with just cheese. And over the years, I've expanded.
The business began in a 1,200 square foot, one-room Amish schoolhouse.
And in 1988, this building came up for sale, which is an old skating rink. I said, oh yeah, this is what I got to do. So I bought it and moved over to here. It was just meat and cheese to begin with. When I first moved over, I had just a cheese counter and a few racks of bread and chips, and I had to realize I really had to work at filling this place up. So I started getting into more of the gifty stuff.
There's over 13,000 square feet filled to the brim of everything you can imagine. This first cooler is the meats that we have. We always try to bring in new meats and get some new flavors in here.
There's actually a lot of good stuff. We get popcorn here often. There's the Amish popcorn, which is great. Toys for my daughter.
We have jigsaw puzzles, which we've become known for. Some people say we should be called the Puzzle House. We have a lot of specialty foods, a lot from around the world.
We have a whole selection of jams and jellies. There's over 100 different kinds to choose from.
Sometimes we get an iced tea or a root beer.
Gluten-free foods. We've had that for quite a long time, and that's a very ever-expanding line for us.
We have some color-changing mugs, candles, lotions. This little section we call the man cave, where it's a lot of hunter gifts.
Pick Amish foods. I come up to see what's Amish that I can get.
Because the Cheese House is in the heart of Amish country, the business sees a lot of tourism.
There's a lot of local shoppers. Everyone has their regulars that they know really well. But we also have a lot of people from all over the country that know us too. I have a gentleman out in California. He orders cheese. We send it out to him. I know a couple people from Alaska. Every time they come down, they buy it and they load up on it and freeze it and take it home. But a lot of people in the tri-state area too, like New York, Ohio, and down in the Virginias too, they come up. Got a little bit of everything, and I'm sure we miss quite a bit of stuff too, but there's a lot here.